Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends. Welcome back to the halftime show with me, the Governor, Adam Flatt, the Joker, and the media mogul, Matthew Phillips. It is 0-0 at home to Peterborough United. The penalty never happened because nobody got hurt from it. We can just, we can Men in Black wipe that from our memories. If only it was that easy.
I'm not having that. 4 pens this season.
4 pens. Look, Toto's problem is he switches off, and he switched off and he allowed the striker half a yard and then he panics and he lunges. And as Mike Brown said, he got a bit of the ball, and my first thought was, good tackle. I actually said it out loud, and the wife said, oh, really? And I said, yeah, good tackle. And the linesman... but he stopped. If you watch the linesman, his flag goes towards the corner and then he changes his mind. So, but it's given. And... there we are.
It's the same mistakes, Martin, isn't it? It's the same mistakes each time. That's the frustrating thing, because we saw the good side of him last week, and then we've seen once he's only been under pressure once, and he's given the pen. So.
Because the problem is, Matt, what you can't coach out of somebody is reading the game. Yeah. And when you switch off, you'll switch off whether you're 10, 25, 35 or 95. Yeah. It's a part of your makeup as a defender.
Yeah.
McGuinness can read a game. Toto can, but then has
Harris hit that shot? The pen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a penalty taker.
Tried to take the lever off the ball, didn't he?
I'd question the technique there. Like, Holy's a big goalkeeper. We all know big goalkeepers are slow to get down. Yeah. Just roll it. Yeah. Just roll it along the ground and say, get down.
He took it the same style as that free kick.
Yeah, he thumped that free kick, didn't he, earlier in the half? Like, tried to take the lever off the ball. It was,
someone lost their bovril.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to have been in the top tier in the North Stand with that flying at me today.
No. So how have we played first half there? Well, I'll ask you both 3 words to sum up that first half. Give me 3 different words. Pick out a player who's played well, not played well. Who wants to sort of kick us off there?
I've got my 3 here. You go first.
I've got must create chances as my 3 words. I thought we were okay first 20 minutes or so. I thought we looked all right. We're playing the ball around quite nicely, but we're just so toothless up top, and we just don't create anything. Bishop's had a sort of sight, quite an intelligent short free kick that we took's probably been the best that we've looked. I thought Chambers has had an absolute shocker today. He can't pass, can't control, can't do a lot. Crossing is poor. Amount of times we sling pointless crosses into the penalty area, and also it works both ways. Some of the movement is non-existent. When we do get balls in crossing positions, there's absolutely nothing for any of our players to cross into. Downs is probably going to get booked, maybe sent off in the secend half for some of his tackling. He's not subtle, is he, at all, about how he tackled? Yeah, he did get away with it a bit. Drinan's looked pretty. I mean, there's a few nice touches, but he's well off it, isn't he? He is well off it.
Yeah, that's we thought.
He plays the abandonment of a kid, doesn't he? He's all over, like a bull in a china shop. And the back 3 of Peterborough are just so much more experienced than him. They're just, it's easy stuff for them. I'd rather Sears up front on his own, because at least Sears has been about the game and knows what he can do, what he can't do. Don't dive. When you've got their defender by the corner flag, don't dive in. Don't give him an easy free kick. Be sensible.
Well, I don't think we've got sensible players, though, have we? We do it all the time. Just stupid fouls. It's football intelligence, and I suppose this is why these players are League One, aren't they? The players that have got proper football intelligence play at a much higher level.
It's kind of, you're right, it's kind of habitual stuff, isn't it? They play the same ball in the channel or whatever. There's nobody there week after week. Yeah, I agree with you.
Crunch is spot on. Look, he's spot on. That's how I feel, I think.
Matt, 3 words?
Yeah, mine was similar to Adam's, really. Not enough punch put in there. Again, it says volumes, doesn't it, when we say, some people are saying, oh, we've not done too badly. But look how much better Peterborough look on the break with that front 3 to our 3. And the player that's sticking out for me actually isn't a Town player. I'm thinking that Nathan Thompson in the middle.
He's very good, isn't he?
He's small, though, isn't he? He can't be any more than 5'8" to 5'10". He's got to be in that region. And I looked him up. Most of his career at Portsmouth was as a right back. So it's just sod's law. We've got no height up top because we're a small team to actually put pressure on him. That's pretty where you'd want Hawkins.
Yeah.
But then with them 2 units either side in Kent and Beavers, they might swap it
Bloody
round.
never want Hawkins, mate. Never, ever, ever, ever,
I'm just
ever.
thinking, what's going to give us an advantage over someone who's played the majority of their career right back? It's maybe getting that to nod the ball down to somebody, but it's not there, and it's not. We can't complain about it. But yeah, I mean, it's similar to what Adam says. Really, we've had corners, we've had free kicks, haven't made much of them.
Yeah.
As Mick Mills kind of lamented, didn't he, with the Judge one that went down the side. And you said people in the Pioneer stand would have thought that gone in. Mick Mills was crying out for that to be floated to the far post because you had Toto in there, you had McGuinness in there. Look, we saw McGuinness score from that exact position last week. Ball was floated in.
Look at the free kick that Dan Butler takes for Peterborough right at the end of the half. Absolute peach of a free kick with his left foot, right across the penalty area. And
something's telling him. You talk about free kicks there. Clark Harris had one, and I messaged you two saying, "He's gonna hit this," because he picked the ball up with such. Something tells me he wants to win this game today for Peterborough, and he's really, really got a point to prove. Because everything that's coming to him, like a situation where he can score, he's taking it, and I think that's where the penalty went wrong because he wanted to score too much. Yeah. He wanted to make sure it went in, and when you do that, a la Hoddle and Waddle in the World Cup. It's still bloody circulating the moon. My 3 words, in the game. I wanted us to be in the game at half-time on last week's podcast, and we're still in the game. We've played well. It's 2 heavyweights of League One jabbing each other, finding the range. You do fear Peterborough have that knockout haymaker, whereas we're playing without a knockout punch, if you like. Drinan needs to work better for me. I know a lot of people are saying he's not getting service, he's a lone striker, but that's the point. As a lone striker, you make your own chances. And we've seen over Freddie's time, I can think of Wednesday at home in the Championship particularly, where you make your own chance to score. Drinan has to do that as a lone striker. You always have to craft your own opening. And he's not done that. He's always been sort of a half a yard behind. Andre, I think I messaged you, Matt, first 15 minutes, gave the ball away more times than he kept it.
Sloppy, you said.
Yeah, I said it the summer.
Ditto Chambers.
Yeah, but when you're sloppy in possession, you give the ball over to a team that can hurt you. And it's the transition of going from defence to attack. And when you give that ball away in the middle of a transition, you're very vulnerable to a knockout blow. It's almost like throwing a punch and missing, and your chin sitting there just saying, hit me. He needs to be better with it on his own 18-yard box, but I think he's worked okay. Who's worked well? Who's played well? Edwards looks okay. Looks up for it.
Edwards looks all right. Yeah, the penalty. Going back to what you said, Martin. The penalty comes from a far too easy ball. Far too easy for them to get from the middle there. One ball pretty much, and that's him through on goal, isn't it? Yeah. Which is then why it's far too easy for them to do that, and that's why I think maybe Gazelle isn't very good at snuffing out that kind of danger, is he? Downs can't do it all on his own. Sorry, Martin, you were saying about Edwards.
Well, left on drive disagrees with me. I just think Edwards, when he's had the ball at his feet and the chance... This is what we were saying before the game, though, isn't it? It's easy to keep wingers out of the game because you just keep the ball away from their side of the pitch. I would like Edwards to go and find the ball. Judge does it, whereas I'd rather Judge stayed in one position out of the play, and Edwards went and found the ball, because I think Edwards on the ball has that pace that defenders always fear. Are we going to win the game? I think so. Just by the way.
Well, I love your optimism. I feel like we've gone to battle, and Peterborough have got some heavy artillery. The click of a finger, and we've gone to battle with a water pistol. I can still see Peterborough probably winning it.
Okay.
I think
score.
I just will see what he does second half, because I think Thomas has got to come on at some point.
Yeah, hope so.
We've got to see him, but I'm just like we said before. You look at that bench. Where are the big game changers coming in? Are you going to bring Sears on? Is he really going to make that big an impact? Hughes, Nolan. I mean,
I would love nothing more than Drinan to score a goal. I just don't ever see it happening. I see me buying Ipswich Town before Drinan scores a goal. I tell you what, though, this game is set up for a hero, and as a debut player, you must be sort of speaking to the manager's ear, going, "Put me on, because it's set up for you."
We need a Martin Royce moment when he come on against Fulham on his debut and scored.
Yeah, it's set up for that type of moment, isn't it? And as a player, I'd be eager. I'd be chomping. I'd be up and down that touchline saying, come on, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. As always, we will return at full time for the full-time show, where you guys can have your say on the show. I will post the link. It will be pinned in the chat. If you don't see it, just ask for the link and I will provide it to you. But yes, we are... Oh, Daniel Barnard, Chambers' own goal, 1-0 posh. I always like to think,
That does seem like that might happen second half with some of his touches and his passing.
Yeah, he's not played well. He's not played well.
Probably that ball into the stands,
Jack Messenger, Peterborough to go up another gear, get a hold of the game, and we'll hit a brick wall. I don't know. I've thoroughly enjoyed this game today. Have you?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's an intriguing one, isn't it? It's not been sort of barnstorming end-to-end chances, but it's been an intriguing sort of contest between, I suppose, two wannabe championship sides, aren't they? So it's they're feeling each other out. If you, I don't know if I can say that on live.
What do you think Gareth said when that penalty went over the bar?
I can only imagine what colour the air was. Good grief.
A few F's and Jeffs in there, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. And he was saying earlier on the podcast that it's not about luck in terms of getting promoted. Those are the moments you could look back on if you do not get a result here. You've paid the money for a striker, and it won't be the goals he scored that you remember. It'll be that moment at Portman Road where you just got to slot it, son. But there we go. Right, we're back at full time with love, with care, as always. We'll see you at full time, where we've got 3 points in the back pocket and the beers are flowing. Pints and points. Pints and points.